Hi everyone, my name is Irene Bolivar, and in this video, I'm going to share about my topic. It's about truth. How can we define truth? The truth value linguistic, and we're going to discuss about analytical sentences, synthetic sentence, and the difference between entailment and presupposition. So how can we define truth? During my research, I discovered that truth in metaphysics and the philosophy of language, it is the property of sentences, assertions, beliefs, thoughts, or propositions that are said in ordinary discourse to agree with the facts or to state what is the case. Believing what is not true is option to spoil people's plan and may even cost them their lives. And in semantics and pragmatics, a truth condition is the condition under which a sentence is true. For example, it is snowing in Nebraska is true precisely when it is snowing in Nebraska. In semantics, the truth condition of a sentence is almost universally considered distinct from its meaning. However, truth value linguistics is the property of a statement of being either true or false. A sentence which cannot be said to be true or false is without truth value and therefore does not assert a statement. Questions and commands, for example, are the genuine sentences, but do not assert statements and thus have no truth value, because questions is gaining information, while commands is asking or ordering for something. Analytic sentences. An analytic sentence is one which is necessarily true because of the senses of the words in it. Therefore, an analytic sentence can be judged true without recourse to real-world knowledge separate from the sense of the words contained in it. For example, elephants are animals, cats are not fish. Among the most basic of materials are good analytical sentences, which are the foundation of strong thesis and effective interrelated topic sentences. These sentences guide your reader through your analysis and help your reader recognize and follow your argument. Synthetic sentences. Synthetic sentences are descriptions of the world that cannot be taken for granted. Sentences that are possibly true but not necessarily true are synthetic. Willard Van Orman Ken was an American philosopher and logician in analytic tradition, recognized as one of the most influential philosophers of the 20th century. He suggested that this is because sentences have meaning only in reference to a larger body of knowledge. A synthetic sentence is one which is not analytic or contradictory, but which may be true or false depending on the way the world is. For example, my oldest cousin is female. Synthetic truths are true both because of what they mean and because of the way the world is, whereas analytic truths are true in virtue of meaning alone. Snow is white, for example, is synthetic because it is true partly because of what it means and partly because snow has a certain color. An entailment is a deduction or implication that is something that follows logically from or is implied by something else. In logic, an entailment is the relationship between sentences whereby one sentence will be true if all the others are also true. Logical consequence, also entailment, is a fundamental concept in logic, which describes the relationship between statements that hold true when one statement logically follows from one or more statements. And the last is the presupposition. In the branch of linguistics known as pragmatics, a presupposition is an implicit assumption about the world or background belief relating to an utterance whose truth is taken for granted in discourse. For example, a presupposition includes Jane no longer writes fiction. The perception of this sentence is Jane once wrote fiction. Presupposition, broadly conceived, is a type of inference associated with utterances of natural language sentences. Typically, the presuppositional inferences of an utterance are already known to be true and accepted by the conversational participant, or at least the speaker assumes so when the utterance is made. On the other hand, presuppositions are considered an essential prerequisite for understanding the context expressed by an utterance and for the coherence of the semantic relations between the sentences that constitute a discourse. The difference between presupposition and entailment are they are two pragmatic elements that help us. The key difference between entailment and presupposition is that entailment is the relationship between two sentences, whereas presupposition is an assumption made by the speaker prior to making an utterance. Thank you for watching and listening about my video about my topic. So I hope you learn from it. And goodbye. God bless.